Vice Chancellor, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Upinder Dhar sir, Sir provided me this opportunity and believed to me that I can play role of co-coordinator on these conclaves. Not taking much time to all of you, now I am presenting a brief report of Nirmiti IX, 2 days National Conclave of School Principals. The theme of this conclave is school education, building partnership with parents and community. In this conclave, we have organized total 6 sessions, including inaugural and valedictory sessions. Apart from that, 4 sessions, that is plenary session along with 3 panel discussion sessions. First day on 21st January, 3 sessions were held. The first session was inaugural session. The inaugural session commenced at 11:30 a.m. with participants joining virtually. The program opened with Saraswati Vandana and holistic virtual lighting of the lamp, followed by a formal welcome address delivered by Dr. Upinder Dhar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, SVV. Dr. Prakash Chaudhary, coordinator of Nirmiti IX, provided an insightful overview of the conclave, emphasizing its role in strengthening partnership between school, parents, and the broader community. He reflects on themes from previous edition to underscore the intellectual significance of the conference and its continuing relevance. Next, in the address of Dr. Upinder sir, underscored the necessity of such academic discourses, retrieving that a strong foundation in school education is imperative for the broader educational landscape. He articulated the need for initiatives that not only enhance the quality of school education, but also contribute to reducing dropout rates in higher education. He further emphasized the themes pertinence, advocating for an integral approach in which both parents and educational institutions play a pivotal role in the holistic development of the students. Dr. Ajay Joshi, Assistant Professor at SVIT, SVV, introduced the distinguished chief guest, Dr. G. Balasubramaniam, former Director Academics of CBSE, a renowned academician and author. Dr. Subramaniam currently serves on multiple advisory boards dedicated to educational advancement. Dr. Balasubramanian commented the National Education Policy NEP for its progressive vision in fostering an intellectual driven future. He advocated for a stress-free learning environment that nurture creative, passionate, and emotionally resilient individuals, stressing the importance of foundational values over more infrastructural aspects. He highlighted the significance of parental cognitive learning as outlined in the NEP, positioning familial dynamics at the core of early education. The inaugural session concluded with a vote of thanks by Professor Dr. Shanti Tejwani, co-coordinator of Nirmiti IX, who expressed gratitude to all stakeholders working behind the scenes, as well as the panelists and participants, who are dedicated educators. She acknowledged the outstanding contribution of various committees and welcome all the attendees to an enriching session ahead in this 2-day journey. The event concluded with the national anthem. The second session of the first day was plenary session. The session of the conclave, moderated by the Shweta Mishra, Associate Professor at SVIS, SVV, focused on the theme School Education Building Partnership with Parents and Community. Dr. Mishra set the tone for the discussion by introducing the session's theme and highlighting its relevance in the current educational landscape. She then introduced the chairperson, Dr. K.N. Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Agriculture at SVV, and the esteemed plenary speakers, Mr. Anand Prakash Chokse, Mr. Mohit Yadav, and Dr. Mrs. Timsi Rai, who were involved to share their perspective on strengthening the collaboration between schools, families, and the wider community. The first speaker, Mr. Anand Prakash Chokse, emphasized that for schools to thrive as institutions to learning, there must be a clear vision and direction from the top management. He also stressed the importance of fostering love and respect within the school hierarchy. Second speaker of this session, Mr. Mohit Yadav, he pointed out that these pillars often operate in slows with stakeholders prioritize their own roles over the collective development of the child. The third speaker, Tim Sirai, introduced her school's professions of the month initiative. Their professionals often parents themselves are initiated to interact with the students. The The session concluded with remarks by the chairperson, Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad. He commended the speakers for their insightful contribution and noted the striking similarities between the challenges faced by the schools and higher education institutions, reflecting on the gap between societal desires and educational objectives. He emphasized the importance of valuing all professions equally and moving away from societal tendency to prioritize certain careers over others. Dr. Guru Prasad reiterated that the role of educational institution is to create an ideal environment that bridges the gap between academic ideals and societal realities. He acknowledged that this gap may never fully disappear, but argued that the efforts of the schools and teachers can significantly reduce it. He concluded by appreciating the emphasis on collaboration and trust building between schools, families, and communities, which are essential for nurturing well-rounded individual prepared to contribute meaningful to the society. The third session of 21st January was first panel discussion of Nirmiti IX, focused on the topic role of parents in school education. Mr. Manish Joshi with Dr. Jayakumar Singh serving as the session chair. The panel featured distinguished speakers, including Mrs. Rekha Kapoor, Mr. Anurag Gupta, Dr. Rashi Shah, Dr. Kanchan Tare spoke about this on the topic. Dr. Manish Joshi opened the discussion by introducing the topic and the esteemed panelists. He highlighted the critical role parents play in shaping their children's educational journey and set the stage for a meaningful dialogue. The first speaker, Mr. Anurag Gupta, focused on the concept of a three-pillar structure in a child's life, comprising the child, the school, and the parents. He stressed that these pillars must work in harmony to support the child's growth. Gupta sir also addressed the gap between parental expectation and realities, attributing it to unorganized structures within the education system. He emphasized the importance of setting realistic expectations and ensuring active parental involvement in the educational process. The second speaker, Mrs. Rekha Kapoor, delivered into the historical evolution of parental roles in education. She advocated for the active management over mere participation, encouraging parents to be deeply involved in their children's educational journey. Madam suggested practical measures such as attending parent-teacher meeting, volunteering in school activities, and maintaining open communication with teachers to bridge the gap between home and school. The third speaker, Dr. Rashi Shah, addressed the challenges of modern parenting, particularly in nuclear families where the emphasis has shifted from quantity to quality of time spent with children. She shared an innovative practice of involving grandparents in storytelling sessions at school, which helps bridge generational gaps and enriches children's learning experiences. Madam emphasized the importance of fostering holistic development in children, focusing on their emotional, academic, and physical well-being. The final speaker, Dr. Kanchan Tare, highlighted the significance of holistic education, stressing the need to instill values such as dharma and karma in children. She discussed the dual-edged role of technology, acknowledging its benefits while cautioning against its potential to creativity and critical thinking. Madam understood the importance of collaborative efforts among parents, schools, and society to create an environment conducive to a child's overall growth. Due to the emergency, Dr. D.C. Sharma was unable to participate. However, the session included a vibrant audience interaction during which the importance of respectful communication between parents and teacher was discussed. In this closing remark, Dr. Manish Joshi summarized the section's key takeaways, takeaways, emphasizing the need for open communication, realistic expectations, and meaningful parental involvement in education. He Day one concluded with the enthusiastic participation and insightful discussion, setting the stage for further on the day two. The second day of the Nirmiti was started with panel discussion 2. This session was moderated by Mrs. Shuli T. Sarkar. This session commenced with the welcoming of the directors, principals, and all the participants. Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, regional head, Adani James School, Lucknow, UP of Excellence, who has chaired the session. The speakers of this session were Dr. Parvinder V. Chopra, Principal DPS Indore, Dr. Asha Nair, DPS Rao, Shri Prashant Nair, Principal Lions International School, Sendhwa, Dr. Madhav Mantri, Principal, Garima Vidyaniketan, and Mrs. Renu Mule, Vedansh International School, Indore. The theme of this panel discussion was responsibilities of community towards school education. Dr. B. Parvinder Chopra underscored the role of community as the backbone of school development. He advocated for the active involvement of entrepreneur and volunteer suggested engagement to provide students with practical knowledge. Second speaker of this session, Mrs. Asha Nair, shared practical examples from her school, such as workshops for female staffs and program involving social volunteers clubs. She stressed on the importance of creating a safe environment around school and also emphasized to organize workshops for enhancing intellectual and emotional growth. Mr. Prashant P. Nair emphasized the value of teaching students resilience and responsibilities through engagement. He proposed platforms for students to directly interact with the community, allowing them to gain the practical knowledge and understand the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Mrs. Renu Mule, the next speaker, she spoke about the community's role in shaping moral and understanding, emphasizing the donations, volunteers' efforts, and communication. She proposed revitalizing community centers to foster stronger ties between schools and society. Next speaker of this session, Dr. Madhav Mantri, he described school as miniature community that thrive on collaboration. He highlighted initiatives like resource sharing with unprivileged schools. He stressed on the need for awareness campaign on education and child labor law. Finally, the session chair, which was done completed by the comments by the Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, he highlighted the importance of dialogue and community participation to ensure the hubs of holistic development of the children. In the discussion session, the questions were put at by the various principals. He addressed concern about the parents viewing schools as service industries to social media among the students. Now, next session was third panel discussion was comments on this day. This session was moderated by Dr. Norbert Solomon. The session was chaired by the Shri S.N. Patvardhan, Director, Omni School, Indore. The speaker of this session were Mr. Shyam Agrawal, Principal, Mount Index International School, Indore. Amit Trivedi, Principal, Choithram School, Indore. Mr. Abhishek Sharma, Principal, Knowledge Valley International School, Rajgarh. Mrs. Janvi Kale, Principal, Kalyan Vidya Niketan, and Dr. Geeta Taneja, Principal, Vidyanjali International School, Indore. The theme of this panel discussion was relationship between school and parents for holistic development of students. Mr. Shyam Agrawal highlighted the open communication between school and parents, mutual trust, parents volunteering, and developing of supporting environment for child development. The second speaker of this session was Mr. Amit Trivedi. He discussed the 6 P's that helps school to establish harmonious relationship between school, parents, and child. The third speaker of this session, Dr. Nishchal Gupta, he highlighted the importance of Panch Kosh in holistic development of child. Harmonious relationship, symbiotic relationship should be adopted in school level towards the parents and child. Next speaker, Janvi Kale, she emphasized on the academic activities and structure, environment that helps parents and school to focus on the shared goal set for child that helps children in deciding their career goal and path. Next, finally, Dr. Geeta Taneja ma'am emphasized on the trust factor between parents and school. For this suggested mothers clubs at school level where they will engage with structure schedule that help them to understand burden of the child. The moderator of this session was Dr. Norbert Solomon, Assistant Professor Swisha. Thank you to all. Now, this session is the valedictory session, which is the last session of this Nirmiti Conclave 9. The conclave concluded with the valedictory session, which is currently ongoing. The session begins with the welcome of the chief guest, Dr. U.C. Vashish, former Dean and Head, Faculty of Education, University of Lucknow, who is expected to deliver the closing remark and key takeaways from the conclave. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tejwani. Every event needs to give insights which help to shape future events and ensure continued excellence. To know more the experiences of the participants about the conclave and to share their thoughts and experiences, I would like to invite Mr. Prashant Nair for sharing his experience. Mr. Prashant Nair.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine,
Audible,
fine.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Feedback. What feedback I can give? This is fantastic one. It is an exceptional celebration of educational ideas. Nirmiti IX also all the sessions, 6 sessions together. One is going to complete soon, and all other the 5 sessions. It is we cannot say which one is best. It is very difficult. Every session is having its own features, its own advantages, its own deep perception of the concept, whether it is related to parents or it is related to community. Everything from the very beginning, from the Vice Chancellor's address, Upinder Dhar sir, he beautifully described about the dropout issues, and Balasubramaniam sir and the panel discussion. Every panel discussion is giving new concept, new ideas to connect with parents and society and the pillars or agents of the education. It is absolutely fantastic. And the perfect alignment of mission, vision, passion, devotion, determination, everything I could see in all the sessions, especially all the faculty members of Sri Vaishnav Vidya Peeth, Vishwavidyalay, everyone worked together for the uh, real goal setting of this Nirmiti IX. And I hope Nirmiti 10 would be offline, and this is we can interact more, we can network more, we can get benefit from more persons, and we will we are expecting to get more time from the expertise personalities of different topics, and their case studies may be much better for Nirmiti 10. And I note many things over here, but this is not the right time because I'm eager to wait to listen the next discussions of the members extreme. The Vasishta sir is there, so I want to listen his words also. Anyway, I personally thanks to Mr. Prakash Chaudhary sir. He is responsible. I am talking to you in the last Nirmiti also, Nirmiti 8 also, in Nirmiti 9 also. Thank you, Prakash sir, for your benevolence. You always showered upon me and all the members. I cannot take the name, including the coordinators of the program, including the direct or indirect participations, panelists, fellow principals, chairs, all. It was a very fantastic experience. It's an exceptional celebration. I could say that word is perfect for Nirmiti IX. It's an exceptional celebration of ideas. We are expecting more from Nirmiti 10 and waiting for Nirmiti 10. Thank you very much. Taking me into this fraternity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Rajesh Avasthi, Director, Choitram Group of Educational Institutes, to share his views.
Okay. Thank you, Shweta.
Sir, yes.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Prakash Chaudhary. I believe that Nirmiti and Dr. Prakash Chaudhary are synonymous to each other. If I am not wrong, what Prashant was just saying, that he is fully instrumental in organizing Nirmiti right from Nirmiti 1. And now he has taken the full charge of Nirmiti, and it was really a very wonderful session of 2 days. Very honestly speaking, when we discussed this idea of the online Nirmiti, I was very skeptical that how far this is going to be successful. But then, yes, it was extremely successful. So, congratulations to Dr. Chaudhary, Department of Education, the Institute of Education, and all those who were instrumental in this organizing Nirmiti IX. And as Prashant said, that we'll wait for Nirmiti X to happen online. So far as the sessions are concerned, I believe that all the speakers, they were really wonderful and quite thoughtful initiatives. They have shared the schools who are doing a lot in the field of parent involvement and parent education. And everybody pointed out that there has to be a collaborative effort for the student achievement when we talk about the parent and school environment. I really like the ideas of all the panelists of starting a parent awareness program. The only thing which I would like all the participants of Nirmiti, and I think to everybody, is slightly to ponder upon is that if we are making parents partners, so let's see that we should share the profit and loss also of the student achievement. So awareness is step one, and then from awareness, let's shift to the involvement, and the third step is going to be the partnership, where the parents, they are involved in the policy making, in the decision making process. Similarly, I really like the idea of one of the panelists when shared about that are we looking for the cooperation, or we are looking for the collaboration with parents. And that was a very wonderful thing, because we do talk about the parent cooperation, but collaborating means, I mean, again, taking up the people capacity in mind, both the parents. I really like the another idea which was shared, that the parent involvement in the school should go beyond the guest lectures and all. Yes, we do invite guest lectures from the parent. Almost all the schools, they do this. All these schools, they have the grandparents day. So there is a lot of involvement of the parents into. But then let's see that how far we can ask the parents to be a part of the school policy making. Maybe it's the teaching learning process we are talking about, or maybe simply every school has a cohort of parent which are qualified in one or the other sense. So that was a very wonderful idea shared by one of the panelists. And another part also, like in today's morning session, where Amit Trivedi, Principal Charitram School North Campus, shared about the 60s. That was a very new concept of the school and the parent relationship there. And it is more about, educating parent about the school and the school system, instead expecting that if they are admitting the child, say they know each and everything about the parents. So that was again a very wonderful take I have for me in that session. But overall, if I see, so I congratulate the whole team of Shri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya for organizing this event. It was a wonderful experience listening to the esteemed panelists and all. And congratulations to Dr. Prakash Chaudhary for such a wonderful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your experiences. Now, next, I would like to invite Mr. Kuldeep Purohit. So kindly unmute yourself, Mr. Kuldeep Purohit.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations and thanks to Team Nirmiti for conducting this kind of educational summit and sessions for since 9 years. Special thanks to Dr. Prakash Chaudhary, Coordinator Nirmiti, for making possible to the renowned educationist on one platform for fruitful interaction. As respected Dhar sir set the tone to bridge the gap between school education and higher education. In the continuation, chief guest of the Nirmiti, Dr. Subramaniam sir relayed the topic of Nirmiti with the NEP. He explained about the landscape to mindscape, need of landscape to mindscape, and learning and learnability, parents' importance and partnership in the school education through NEP. And all the panelists shared their valuable thoughts and ideas with everyone. Thank you, everyone, and Team Nirmiti for successful conduction of Nirmiti IX and best wishes for Nirmiti X. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Ms. Bhavna Pujari to share her experience.
Good afternoon, revered guests and the galaxy of educationists around. Somehow I've been with Nirmati for quite some time now, and every year it is, raising its own bar. So this time it was definitely on its pinnacle, because here in these 2 days we have talked of a child and its nourishment through all aspects. The kind of views the panelists have given, they were exemplary. They have given their own ideas onto how do we achieve our accomplishment in the sense, my accomplishment would be when my student goes out of class 12 and to the college, he is not only well educated, but he is also a good human being. So that was what the focus of the conclave was. Most importantly, what I felt was right from Dr. Bala's lecture, we started with prenatal stage of a child. Right from the time the child is in womb, the responsibility of parent and community begins, and how that thing is taken from womb to school and then to college. When all of us are together in ensuring that a child becomes a good human being, I'm sure Nirmiti has to play a very important role in this. Last but not the least, my humble salutations to the session chairs. They have wonderfully taken up all the issues that we discussed about. One suggestion: can we have Nirmiti going one step ahead by by discussing case studies? Every school is facing common problems. Can we come onto a common platform discussing case studies? If this thing happens, I'm sure it's going to be great help to all the educationists around. Last but not the least, thanking the organizers of Nirmiti and bringing a lot of things out from the blue to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We will definitely try to keep your ideas in mind for the next Nirmiti. Thank you so much. Now I invite Dr. K. Guru Prasad, Dean, Faculty of Science and Agriculture, and Director SYS to address the online gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Shweta. Chief guest on this occasion, Dr. Umesh Vashisht, former Dean and Professor of Education at Lucknow University. And before that, he was also my colleague in Devi Ahalya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. It's great to be with him again in this meeting and to have him as a guest for this valedictory session. All the distinguished principals, school principals, directors, participants, and my other colleagues. it has been a learning experience for me also. I chaired a session yesterday and also attended some lectures through which I could learn many things about how the parents and the communities involved in the education at the school level, and also some innovations which principals talked about, which they have initiated in their respective schools. I also could find that there are some points of common interest, irrespective of whether it is school education or college education, because some of the things, especially the involvement of parents and the futuristic plans of students, are shaped by these kinds of interaction. As the participants have given their feedback, this platform, which has been running for last 80 years in Sri Vaishnava Vidyalaya, is the perhaps one platform where the people involved in higher education and people involved in school education come together to discuss things of interest. And we also learn a lot from this kind of interaction about to know about the students who are coming to the higher education from the schools. I do not wish to make more comments on this, except to say that I look forward to listen to Professor Umesh Vashisht after a long time. And I also wish to thank the team of Nirmiti who have brought in many scholars with a lot of experience to this platform to discuss their experiences. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. Now I request our chief guest, Dr. U.C. Vashisht sir and Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad, to release the brochure of Nirmiti X, which is going to be held on January 9th and 10th, 2026, on the theme Reimagining Education, Innovations and Best Practices. So I request all of you to make yourself free for the next Nirmiti 10 on January 9th and 10th, 2026. Thank you so much. Before proceed, I would like to introduce our today's chief guest, Dr. Umesh Chandra Vashisht. Dr. Umesh Chandra Vashisht is a distinguished academician, researcher, and administrator with a legacy spanning over 38 years in the field of education. Currently, he is a professor of education at the University of Lucknow and has previously held the esteemed position of head and dean, Faculty of Education at the same university. Dr. Vashisht's academic journey is marked by excellence, with multiple degrees in diverse disciplines such as MSc in Botany, MA Philosophy, MAd, MPhil in Education, and PhD in Education. Notably, he has been awarded 2 gold medals for his academic brilliance in MAd and MA, along with a distinction in B.Ed. Dr. Vashisht has guided 36 doctoral candidates to completion, with 6 more currently under his mentorship. His areas of research include philosophy and Indian philosophy of education, basic education and Gandhian thought, teaching of science, education and rural development, and curriculum development and higher education. He has handled and supervised more than 20 research projects, including at the national level. His work has resulted in 2 monographs, 30 published papers, and 25 presentations at national and international platforms. Dr. Vashisht has contributed extensively to academic and advisory boards, offering his expertise to prestigious organizations such as UGC, NAC, CBSE, and NCTE. He has also been a member of NAC evaluation panels for teacher education institutions and has held visiting faculty roles across various universities and institutions. Dr. Vashish's commitment to global collaboration is evident in his multiple academic visits to the United States, including California University, where he facilitated the development of an MOU for teacher education collaboration. He has also visited universities in Minneapolis, Texas, Denver, and New York over the years. Dr. Vashish's remarkable contributions have earned his numerous accolades, including Best Teacher Award from the University of Lucknow, Shikshak Shri Award from the Government of Uttar Pradesh, Shiksha Samman from RBS College, Agra, Excellence Teacher Award by the Department of Education, University of Delhi, Shiksha Shri Award by the Society for Education and Environment, SEE Chennai, Founder Director of the Center for Gandhian Studies and the Institute of Rural Education and Management, University of Lucknow. He has delivered over 150 talks and extension lectures on education, philosophy, and rural development. He has organized and attended more than 75 national level conferences, workshops, and seminars. Dr. Umesh Chandra Vashish's lifelong dedication to education, research, and societal development makes him a revered figure in the academic community. His contributions continue to inspire educators and researchers globally. May I now invite our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Umesh Chandra Vashish, for his insightful address. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shweta Mishra ji. I feel honored and elated. At the same time, my wisdom is lingering because I belong to a remote village. English is not my mother tongue. I have spoiled others' children at Indore for more than 19 years. Well, in my own way, I should say Sat Sri Akal and copy to all. I should address in absentia my ex-colleague, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Upender Dharji, and Dean, Science and Agriculture, Professor Guru Prasad ji, Dr. Prakash Chaudhary ji, Dr. Shanti Tejwani ji. Before I start, the subtle difference between the conference, the seminar, the conclave, the workshop, and the program of action. It has been aptly chosen by you people. Quickly, because the time is short and I had been conveyed through the formal message that the conclave is up to 240 only, and it is already 240. So, and UGC demands that I have been a teacher for 3 generations, my grandfather, my father, and I have been teacher, and UGC demands that each lecture should be for at least 150 or 1 hour and 30 minutes. Anyway, I'll try to make it as short as possible. Today, very clearly, in 2025, life is very complex in comparison to the time when I did my BSc from Delhi in 1973 or even earlier. Life is very, very complex. And yes, I appreciate the idea of Nirmiti in this context. Teacher is not only an essential part of the present society, but irreplaceable part. As a matter of fact, because of the development of technology and mastery learning and machine learning and artificial intelligence, we have been made to learn in our textbooks on MEd level, at the MEd level, that some people opine that the time will come when teacher will replace technology. Technology will replace teacher. But no, that's not going to happen today or tomorrow for various reasons. The very first kind of a definition which Ralph Linton gives in his very fat book, The Tree of Culture. He says teacher is the paid agent of the society. Paid agent in the sense that he is paid by the society through the funds of the school or the government. Yet he is a representative of the society and he is supposed to teach. It's a binding on him to teach the ABC and XYZ of the society. And that's why we have been made to learn through in our sociology of education books that teach school is a miniature society. पर तुझे है नाश पथ पर चिन्ह अपने छोड़ जाना, जाग तुझको दूर जाना, पथ दुर्गम और मीत अजाना. The time is difficult, the path is difficult. Curriculum, they say. Kari means running, kulam means the path of running, the school. Of course, the very famous writer Ivan Illich at one point of time said that a school should be removed from the society. But in the very next book, after deschooling society, he wrote a book, What After Deschooling. We like it or not, we appreciate it or not, but all over the world, sociologists, they say that it is the society which can change the school. It cannot be vice versa. Education cannot bring changes in the society. But no, the idea of democracy, the very idea of democracy demands, my teacher used to define democracy as the process of thinking independently together. Thinking independently and yet together. And democracy is an excellent example of that. And therefore, the best growth of any society would be when each other, the society and the school, both are able to make their mark on each other. In the positive sense. Here, in the context of Indian education in particular, NEP 2020 has come out with wonderful intentions, and I appreciate, except for I do not know to what extent it would be implemented. But here in this context, my teacher, Professor R.P. Sharma at Delhi University, used to say that education is preserver of the past, analyzer of the present, and creator of the future. Teacher has to be that agent which would act as a catalyst and an organ of change for preserving the best, analyzing honestly, and creating, giving a ideal, if not utopian, ideal, practical society for the future. Quickly, I'll say that when I was at Indore University, we conducted some experiments in the form of a school, university innovative school. I was the founder. I had the honor of being the founder coordinator of the school, where in fact, in a very short time, we had realized that all education, all formal education is useless until and unless there is a proper orientation of the parents. And it was at that time that we were seriously thinking of developing a booklet for orienting the parents and the society. And through our numerous experiments, we conducted wonderful experiments in terms of the parent-teacher society. Our parent meeting used to last even, say, 10 days at times. Some short span of time for regular 10 days. And I'll not detail them. But parents and society can prove to be wonderful resources. University innovative school, when it was in particular very, say, short of resources, we were able to conduct best of the educational tours with the help of our parents and society both. I wish this Nirmiti as has been hoped by many, takes a still more concrete form. And very honestly, I would say I'm not much in favor of the online thing. Let it be an offline. And as the very denotative meaning of the word conclave said, the internal, confidential, or if not confidential, some internal meeting of the principals of different schools of Indore. Let it be a seminal effort for the conclave, for the workshop, then for the program of action, and then for action at all. Of course, one note of caution will have to be there, which long back our very philosopher, a wonderful person I appreciate, Khalil Gibran, said in his book, Prophet, about children. He says, the problem is we at schools, the society, the nation, the governments, the elders, they want to fill up the minds of the children. When Khalil Gibran says, you can house their bodies, not their souls. Housing their bodies, take Bornvita, read this, read this, read this, do this, don't do this, don't do this. You can house their bodies, not their souls, because their souls dwell into tomorrow, which you cannot visit even in your dreams. And with all honesty, I find myself as a complete failure to be able to say in a educational or a teaching or instructional role for the students, because now already I'm 70 years old. Mr. P.K. said at one time, who was in Government of India Chief Secretary, he talked of futuristic education. The problem is in our childhood, we had gone through our educational textbooks, which were past-oriented books. We had this, we had this, we had this, we had this. Now, kind of, we have the books, the textbooks, which are present-oriented. We have this, we have this, we have machine learning, we have this thing, this thing, this thing. Mr. Seth argued that no, the child who is taking birth today, in 2050, he will be 25-year-old, and he will be the youth looking to the world. Me, whatsoever I may be, so old of this and that and that and that. I am Umesh Vasist, 70 years old. I cannot think more than 10 or 15 years. So I am an absolutely ineligible person to kind of sermonizing a child who will be youth in 2050. So, but again, the Indian culture, the note of caution is we have to take the best of all, the past, the present, the future, the मैं कहा करता हूँ प्राचीन and गौरवशाली इतिहास. We have the most magnificent history of the world. I'll just give 2 examples, then I'll stop. At one time, there were certain gurukuls which were imparting education for not 12 years, but 24 years. Not only that, there were gurukuls which were imparting education for 36 years. No, not yet. There were gurukuls which were imparting education for 48 years. There are various names for that. Nashtik Brahman, Brahmavadini, Parivrajak, then Rudra, then Aditya, and many different kinds of name given to the institutions and the scholars who used to read. Not only that, there were certain scholars who used to sit in the gurukuls and study throughout their life. At one time, India had 5 Mahacharyas in the form of, say, we are the principals of, many of us are the principals of the public schools. 5 Mahacharyas, and the definition of Mahacharya is, a Mahacharya is one who has the capacity, potential for boarding, lodging, and educating 10,000 children for 12 years continuously. Let me tell you, not a single university all over the world today, whether it is Oxford or Cambridge or Illinois or whatever, or MIT, They do not have this much of capacity today. And these 5 Mahacharyas used to meet once in a year for 1 month and discussing all kinds of problems of the society. I wish, and I am really happy that this conclave, and it's, as I said, aptly chosen word conclave, is discussing the issues, threadbare issues through the Nirmati and churning out thoughts and coming out with excellent ideas. I wish you the best. Thank you very much for tolerating me. Namaskar. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom and enlightenment. I sincerely request Dr. Prakash Chaudhary, Coordinator Nirmiti IX, to propose words of thanks.
I, Dr. Prakash Chaudhary, feel honored and privileged to extend the words of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya and the entire SVVV fraternity, I convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to Dr. G. Balasubramaniam, former Director Academics, CBSE, New Delhi, for gracing the inaugural ceremony. And of course, to Dr. U.C. Vashisht, sir has spoke just now, former Head and Dean Faculty of Education, University of Lucknow, for gracing the valedictory ceremony. I also express my sincere thanks to Dr. Upinder Dhar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, SVVV, for his support and guidance as and when required. I express my thanks to all directors, HOIs, HODs, and faculty members of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. I convey thanks to all distinguished speakers, session chairs, directors, principals, and faculty members of various schools who have come to participate in this conclave. I would also like to express sincere gratitude to Dr. Shanti Tejwani, co-coordinator Nirmiti IX, who generously dedicated her valuable time at every moment during this event and helped in making this conclave successful. I thank the core committee, execution committee, media committee, and technical committee, without whom it would not have been possible, for working tirelessly and to make this event a success. We hope that Nirmiti IX provided a perfect platform to share knowledge, expertise, and critical review of the issues leading to a defined goal for the school education system in India, and we hope you all would be attending in more numbers Nirmiti 10 on 9th and 10th January 2026. Thank you all for happy learning, making Nirmiti IX a success. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prakash sir. Now I request everyone present here to rise from the national anthem. Kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Bharat Mata ki jai. Thank you all of you for this wonderful valedictory session. Thank you, Vashisht sir. Thank you, Guru Prasad sir. Thank you all of you.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Shweta. Vashisht sir.
Thank you so much, everyone. Vashisht sir, thank you so much. Guru Prasad sir.
Thank you, sir.
sir.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Manish Joshi sir, Harish sir, Prasad sir,
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
sir, and congratulations once again
Thank you,
for
sir.
such a
Thank you,
wonderful
sir.
conclave.
Shanti ma'am, Shweta ma'am, Ajay sir, Shadab sir, Prashant sir, everyone.
Sir, if time permits, can I ask one question to Professor Umesh?
Yes,
Please,
please, sir.
please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. After the sessions, I'm asking a question.
Now,
See,
formal
the
thing is over.
the social economic development of the students is one of the main crux of this parenting and the society in intervention in the school education.
Yes.
So in the social economic development, the main problem is social economic delay. See, now the students in 2025, they are not speaking with others. Communication is altogether lost because my sisters, son, my grandsons and all, they are not at all speaking in schools, not even in schools, in outside also. They are not able to deal with frustration. They are not able to cope with the changes in the society. What will happen in 2050? Because you have pointed out 2025 and 2050. What will happen in 2050? This was a very big question for us.
It's a
Because
kind of
you are telling after 25 years, I won't be there. But again, this question will be there forever.
it's a boomerang. The question I threw it came back to me only. Sir, 2, 3 things are there. We like it or not, we agree or not. All over the world, the nature of a school has to be changed. It has to change from strictly formal to semi-formal. We like it or not. Particularly the latest trend in 2024, the earlier 3, 4, 5 backs when they were talking of STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Now we are talking of STEAM courses, science, technology, engineering, arts, music, and mathematics. We like it or not, the other things, the co-curricular activities, arts, literature, music, fine arts, they are going to take an upper seat. Therefore, the school will have to change its structure. School will have to cooperate and coordinate with the I'll not only add socio-economic, psychological dimensions also. Because the modern economics, the latest 2, 3 years back, the Nobel Prize for Economics went to a person who was also economist, and he thought from psychological point of view. So socio-economic, psychological pressures are definitely going to change not only the structural things, but also aims, content, method, and evaluation, all aspects. This is, I would say.
So what do you mean to say 2050 will be a boomerang for us?
It has to be. There's no way out.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for asking this question.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, Vashish sir, we'll meet sometime. Please
Definitely, sir. I'll be looking forward to it. Namaskar.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vashish sir. Thank you, Vashish sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm finding the button from where I can leave. I'm not. Yes, it is. I found.